Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. Let us start with strings in this video. So I have made a file called stringtype.js in the folder strings demo. So let us start with strings now. So I will write a console log and first I will say JavaScript ran. And let us go to our terminal and write node. So I'm using Node.js to run the script files. So I'll say node stringtype.js and you can see it logs to the console JavaScript ran. And this log is a function that is defined on the console, and this is spitting out the string JavaScript ran. So this is a string and you can see it is in single quotes. Now what are strings? Now strings are used for holding text. There are different ways of creating the strings in JavaScript. The first one is using the single quotes as you just saw. Then we have double quotes. And then we have something called as backticks or template strings. Now let us declare a variable called channel name. So I'll say const channel name and set that to the nerdy div. And then I will log the channel name to the console. So I will say console.log channel name. And of course, as expected, you will get the nerdy dev on the terminal if we run this file. Now, if you want to put things on multiple lines, you can make use of template strings, backticks. Okay, so let us see an example for that as well. So let us define a variable called const what we do and set that to some random string, and I will use backticks. And then I will say we are the backbenchers and we never sit at the front in a class. Okay, so as you can see, we are spanning the string over multiple lines. So now if I log what to do to the console, what do you expect to get? So let us try this. So I'll log what to do to the console and then run this file. I will say node stringtype.js and press enter. So here we are getting an error, I think. Let us check out that. So okay, so it says what to do is not defined. Okay, so we will say what we do and not what to do. Okay, so now let us try running this and say node stringtype.js, and you can see we are getting the string span over multiple lines. Now this is how we can define multiple line strings in the most compact way. Now you can also interpolate some dynamic variable into a template string and perform concatenation as well. Now let us understand what is concatenation. Now concatenation is when two or more strings, they are combined into one, and interpolation, as I just told you, is when you put some dynamic value inside a string. Then that is known as interpolation of a variable inside a string. Now let us define a variable named channel introduction and show you both concatenation and interpolation. Now, so let us define a variable called as channel introduction. So I will say const channel introduction. I will say hello this is, then I will say use the plus operator, because you know that plus operator can be overloaded and it can be used both in addition as well as in concatenation or strings. So I will say this is channel name, and our focus is to teach people web development. So this is how we can perform concatenation on a string. Now if I try to log the channel introduction to the console and run this file in the terminal, So let us type node string type.js. You can see we're getting hello, this is nerdy dev and our focus is to teach people web development. Now if you want to do the same thing but using interpolation, you can do that using something like this. So we can use interpolation and backticks to make this possible. So let us copy the channel introduction, or copy this and comment this. And now let us convert this example using backticks. So what I will do is I will remove the single quote, then use backticks, again remove the single quotes, remove this plus also, and take this variable, wrap that within curly braces and prepend this with a $. So this, and again remove this single quote, apply a backtick, and now let us log the channel introduction to the console, give it a save, and let us run this. So node string type.js. So what are we getting here? So it says cannot access channel introduction. Okay, let us try this. Okay, so we are getting hello, this is nerdy dev and our focus is to teach people web development. Now and finally what we can do is we can create some dynamic HTML as well using interpolation for variables. So let us define a constant. I will make a new constant HTML, use backticks, within which I will define a div tag. In the div tag I will define a h1 tag. Within the h1 tag we can interpolate the channel name variable, and then we can interpolate channel introduction within the paragraph tag. So channel introduction, give this a save and log the HTML to the console, go to the terminal and then type node string type.js. So this will spit out the HTML that we were expecting to get. So this is all about strings. So if you want to dive more deeper into strings, check out the complete string crash course. The link for that video is down below this video. And also if you are loving the content, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.